You take a shower, you apply your go-to body spray, you put on a clean shirt, and yet, by the time second period begins, you're already crossing your arms tightly to hide a growing sweat stain. The reason this happens is actually a mechanical failure in your routine. Most body sprays and standard deodorants do not stop sweat. They are only designed to mask the odor produced by bacteria. This comparison table shows the breakdown. Deodorants use alcohol or baking soda to neutralize smells. Antiperspirants use aluminum salts to block your sweat glands. But applying deodorant to damp armpits immediately after a shower does nothing to stop moisture flow. To actually fix this, we need to look at 5 science-backed levels of sweat management. We'll start with simple nighttime habits and scale all the way up to clinical medical interventions. Excessive sweating is a mechanical issue with your glands. Fixing it requires physical blockage, not a better-smelling fragrance. This flowchart tracks the flawed routine: a morning shower, damp skin, deodorant, and inevitable sweating. Contrast this with the clinical protocol: shower at night, dry skin, apply antiperspirant, and sleep. Lower nighttime temperatures allow the aluminum to physically plug sweat ducts before morning. Changing when you apply your product dictates your success. Adjusting your timing is vastly more effective than buying a more expensive brand. This scorecard tracks the required inputs and trade-offs for our first tip. The input is straightforward. You need a clinical-strength antiperspirant with 10 to 15% aluminum chloride, and you must apply it strictly to bone-dry skin before bed. The outcome is a physical barricade over your sweat ducts that is fully set before morning stress or high temperatures can trigger a sweat response. The trade-off is that you have to break the comfort of your morning routine. Plus, if you apply this to wet skin right out of the shower, the aluminum will mix with water and cause severe skin irritation. You won't see perfection on day one. It typically takes a few consecutive nights of application for the plug to reach peak efficacy. This is a low-effort, low-cost shift that dramatically reduces your daily moisture volume. For the average person dealing with situational sweating, this single behavioral shift solves the problem entirely, requiring 0 major sacrifices. Tip 2 addresses fabric science. The input requires eliminating synthetic materials like nylon, acrylic, and spandex, replacing them with highly breathable cotton or mesh. Natural fibers actively wick moisture away from your skin. Synthetics trap the heat against your body, raising your localized temperature, and triggering a feedback loop where you sweat even more to cool down. Updating our scorecard, the trade-off for tip 2 is steep. It severely limits your ability to wear popular, tight-fitting athleisure wear. Tip 3 introduces the grooming variable. The input here is either shaving or closely trimming your underarm hair. Hair acts like a sponge. Removing it eliminates the surface area that traps moisture and breeds the bacteria responsible for body odor. But the trade-off is clear. Removing hair does not actually stop the gland from producing sweat. And if you apply antiperspirant to freshly shaved skin, you risk intense stinging. Upgrading your wardrobe and grooming manages the environment around the sweat. It keeps you comfortable, but you have to compromise your fashion and hygiene routines without actually shutting down the gland. Our scorecard now updates to tip 4, which carries the highest lifestyle friction. The negative input means cutting out caffeine, energy drinks, spicy foods, nicotine, and ultra-processed meals. You replace those triggers with positive inputs, heavily relying on hydrating foods like watermelon and calcium-rich dairy. These dietary shifts prevent your nervous system from kicking into overdrive, allowing your body to naturally regulate its internal temperature. Stimulants like caffeine and nicotine chemically wire your body to overheat. Your heart rate rises, your internal thermostat cranks up, and your body pushes the glands to react aggressively to cool you down. The trade-off here is massive. You have to sacrifice common social habits and strict dietary comforts, often for only a moderate reduction in sweat. Dietary overhauls demand a high level of daily discipline. Unless a daily energy drink is the primary culprit of your sweating, this is a difficult trade to maintain. There is a medical threshold called hyperhidrosis. This is a condition where your body sweats excessively, regardless of the room temperature or your anxiety levels. Our final scorecard logs tip 5, clinical escalation. The inputs require seeing a dermatologist for Botox injections, oral nerve-blocking medications, or electrical current therapies. When lifestyle tweaks inevitably fail against a medical condition, these treatments effectively shut down the excessive glandular output right at the source. The trade-offs are severe. You face high financial costs, recurring visits, like needing new Botox injections every 3 months, and the permanent risks associated with surgical sweat gland removal. If your biology is actively working against you, stop punishing yourself with restrictive diets. You need medical tools designed to override the gland. This scenario match matrix outlines exactly which interventions you need based on your specific severity profile. Profile 1 is the routine reactor. Your sweating is mild, mostly caused by poor product timing or wearing tight synthetic shirts on a warm day. Your prescription is simple. Use tips 1 and 3. Shift to a nighttime aluminum antiperspirant and keep your underarm hair trimmed. Skip the stressful diet overhaul entirely. Profile 2 is the stimulated sweater. Your moisture spikes moderately, usually right after specific triggers like coffee or high-stress situations. If the nighttime protocol fails, employ tips 1, 2, and 4. Audit your inputs, ditch the spandex, and cut out energy drinks. Profile 3 is the clinical case. Your sweating is severe. You are sweating through your clothes while resting in a cool, calm environment. Your prescription is tip 5. Bypass the friction of lifestyle changes and escalate straight to a dermatologist. Sweat is a critical biological cooling mechanism. It is not a character flaw. The goal isn't to stop sweating entirely, it's to match the intensity of your intervention to the reality of your biology.